YouTube, what it is, what it is. Good morning. I told you I'm practicing more consistency and we getting right to it first thing in the morning. It ain't even like 7 o'clock. The sun barely up right now. Um, you got to thank God for this lighting that you got because you can see everything. I turned the camera on without the light and I couldn't see anything. But today we're reacting to a cop runs into a serial killer dumping body parts in the river. Let's see what we got going on here.
Who are you? Stop right there. Go ahead and stop right there.
This Idaho state
Caught him.
officer is pointing his flashlight at 70-year-old Alan Bruce. He has no idea that the man he just ran into was in the middle of dumping human body parts in a nearby river after murdering, dismembering, and meticulously covering up the crime scene.
Okay, so what are you doing?
He was about to get away with it too. Oh God, he didn't plan that bitch to the T. You could tell. Just surprised him. The cop surprised him. He was like body parts all over the ground. Yeah.
Problem going on down here, and I just wanted to make sure you weren't that guys.
All right, so you're just trying to keep an eye on stuff then.
Yeah, excuse me for if I got you excited.
All right.
After Alan walks away, it would take investigators days to discover exactly what he dumped in the river.
So he did actually finesse the cops and got away with it. That's crazy. That boy Alan, a bad man. You gotta watch people like Alan. You never know what they gonna do.
Leading them through a twisted maze of misleading clues and disturbing discoveries. And what might be the worst crime these small-town officers will ever uncover.
Oh, it stinks bad.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
There is no body found here. It's reduced down to
I've
nothing.
never heard that. You could pick your friends, you could pick your nose, but you can't pick your family. Yo, small towns for sure. Dr. Insanity. He be coming
It's a
with the
routine late
gas.
spring in central Idaho. Tucked deep within its mountains sits the remote town of Chalice, a place surrounded on all sides by rugged terrain and long stretches of wilderness.
Now, real quick, what are these little things right here? What's the point of having these like half circles, full circles, quarter circle, like square? Like, what's the point of having these plots of land? Are they all different agriculture, like corn, vegetables, potatoes, cherries, and stuff like?
And at the center of it all
I wanna
runs
know.
the Salmon River, better known as the River of No Return. The small town of Chalice is home to fewer than 1,000 residents. Crime rates here are remarkably low, and serious violent homicides are unheard of. But that's about to change, because a heinous crime happened somewhere in this town, and what's left of it now is in the Salmon River, waiting to be found. The investigation begins on an early Saturday afternoon, less than a year ago, when an elderly woman walks into the local police station to report someone missing.
Probably her
He's
daughter.
upset. I'm just surprised he hasn't been back to see. That's why I'm concerned.
Yeah. Do you know what he was wearing last? When he
Oh, it's
Pair
her
of boots,
husband.
blue jeans, and I think it was a dark T-shirt.
I'm
and
assuming
baseball
like
cap,
hell.
And he's
Look.
got a little pug.
It could be her son. It could be
that is with
anybody.
him everywhere.
Who is Patrick to
Just
you?
one of my dear kids that I've taken under my wing.
Okay, so not biological.
No.
Okay.
There's a picture.
Yeah, picture. Okay.
Now, why would
Sad. Does this picture look?
why would that old man kill this dude? Like, for what? Patrick Shelton and Ryder. Why would he?
What he looks like
What
right
would
now?
he possibly
His beard is a little
have
fuller,
done
and his hair is in better shape.
to
than
get that old man to kill
You're
and
one
hide
sentence away
his
from
body?
launching your
and
website
stuff?
with Base 44. Since the beginning of the internet, there's never been such a fun, fast, and intelligent way to launch online.
The man in those photos is 47-year-old Patrick Shelton. His adoptive mother, Helen, goes on to explain that Patrick spends most of his time up in the mountains, cutting and selling firewood, often late at night. He's got a chainsaw, usually at least one weapon on him, and his dog Ryder is always by his side. Additionally, Patrick doesn't really have a fixed place to stay. He moves between properties, parking motorhomes and trailers on other people's land, often getting into disputes when it's time to leave. In most missing person cases, it takes days before
That's what it was right there. I'll tell you right now, the white people don't play about their land. I'll tell you that right now. The white people do not play about their land. This dude's homeless in a mobile shit. He probably parked on the old man's lawn and shit. Old man seen him. He probably told him, hey, you gotta leave. This is private property. Nigga probably got buck at him, got disrespectful. And the old man probably like, you know what? I had enough of this. My life's over anyway. You gonna see me tonight.
Raiders get a solid
We'll
lead
see.
to work
We'll
with.
see.
But in the town of Chalice, that process is about to be cut short.
I remember you mentioned something
Told
about
you,
when
an
you talked
argument.
about him going to Alan Bruce's. It seemed like you said something to where had they had some conflict recently. They have.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why he went there?
He was supposed to go move his motorhomes. And when he got out there, Alan had moved them with the bulldozer.
Okay.
Not good. Probably screwed up the transmissions and I don't know.
The name Helen mentions immediately rings a bell because officers know exactly who she's talking about.
That's crazy.
70-year-old Alan Bruce is a
70
local
years
resident with
old.
a rural property just out of town, working odd jobs.
I'll tell you what, he don't really necessarily look 70. He looks old for sure. I wouldn't say 70. Dang.
Including welding and mechanical work. But that's not what people in Chalice know him for, because Alan has a different reputation, built on constant disputes and ongoing conflicts with other locals. Just earlier in the year, he was reported for allegedly throwing gas bombs and setting a woman's property on fire.
Yo, this
So based on
dude's
Helen's
unhinged.
statement, officers prepared.
This man is absolutely unhinged. This man, 70-year-old man, Alan, will come to your house and set your shit on fire.
Out and
Play
speak
with
with
him.
Alan,
Play
see
with
if he
him.
can point them in the right direction. At this point, officers aren't too surprised that Alan's name came up, and don't expect anything serious. In reality, something already happened between Alan and Patrick just a night ago that ended very gruesomely.
Oh, man.
While officers are on their way to question him, Alan is still in the middle of covering things up. In
Concealing
just a few
evidence.
seconds, a deputy pulls up to his property.
Hey, Alan. How's it going? One thing after another. Hey, I was just coming to chat with you. We had a report that no one knows where Pat is right now.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay. And I just wanted to touch bases with you because I know he was getting
Yeah,
you
they
got
don't.
the stuff off your property, but he was going to come by to pick it up, right?
Yeah,
Did you ever see him on
I
that?
did.
Okay.
They came by here. He was unhappy, very unhappy.
Okay, but just it was just all kind of verbal argument or something, or he's just okay. And he went and got his stuff then, or
Well, he still has some stuff here. He said he would want to go cut some wood. He needs some money. So he's probably out somewhere out there. Maybe broke down, I don't know.
I'm just trying to create a timeline so I know who last saw him. So when was that he showed up here?
He's already trying to give excuses on where Patrick may be. Oh yeah, he's asking for money. He's probably out here broke down somewhere in the middle of woods, you know. No, we don't.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago?
3 nights ago?
Let's see,
Can't
what is
remember.
Thursday night? Okay.
In the middle of the conversation, the deputy notices something off about Alan's demeanor. His responses are short, controlled, almost rehearsed. But as the deputy continues asking questions, things start to feel even more strange.
And then did he hang around here long or did he just go right over?
Back and forth.
Back and forth?
Uh-huh.
Coming back onto the property?
Yeah.
Does he still have stuff here
He
then?
does.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get it all out.
Oh, okay.
Like that shed, that wooden shed is his.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
The tires in it. And you can see.
You can see the flies flying around the damn body parts in here. If that's what's in there, you could clearly see flies flying around this little this little trunk area right here.
The pickup rack just over that board.
Oh, just the steel there
Yeah, the
poking
steel-
up?
steel
Oh, okay.
patch is.
Okay. So he
Wooden rack over there on the back of the trackers, like that.
this okay,
Tires.
just kind of bunch of crap laying around.
Right.
Okay. So he got some of it though?
Yeah,
Do you know where he was taking it to?
taking down his motorhomes.
Oh, where is motorhomes?
Right here, you walk over there and you see.
Okay. Oh, there.
There's his Ram Charger, and another one's in front.
The motorhome Alan is pointing to does indeed belong to Patrick, but more importantly, it holds
That shit
items
way
that
over
might
there.
explain what really happened to him. Alan goes on to explain that he moved Patrick's motorhomes himself because of the ongoing disputes and problems between the two, which sounds normal considering they're frequent business partners. But
All right, if you moved the house itself, how'd you get his key? That's my first question.
the conversation continues. The deputy takes note of Alan's shifting body language and quietly requests another officer to the scene. There's a noticeable tension in the way Alan carries himself.
Looking
This
down
is
in the
because
way.
while he's speaking to the deputy, his sole focus is on the barrels sitting just a few feet away, with Patrick's dismembered body parts hidden inside.
Howdy.
Let's face it, most of us aren't gonna set foot on Mars.
He got the man's body parts sitting right there, just few feet away from where the officers are. He's trying to distract their attention over here. Look at the mobile home way over there. Go check that out so I can maybe move the thing with his body parts in it.
I was just on a phone call for a minute, so I didn't want to bring that out here.
So did he stay here last night or?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. And he didn't tell you where he was going to get the wood?
Hold on. It was Thursday night he left here, not last night.
Okay. You know, does he have any favorite spots so we can just go
He's got a
check
spot
for
up
him?
there at Bayhorse, pretty close to the top. You go up there before you get to the rest area, the potties. It's the road that takes off and goes down the hill and crosses the creek.
Uh-huh.
Way back up in there is a favorite wood cutting spot for him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's sending them on a wild goose hunt. He got all the answers. Oh, he's probably broke down. He got a favorite spot here, super far at the top of the mountains, way, way back there. Go check it out. He's probably there for sure.
The only one you know about?
Knowing damn well the man's body parts are a few feet away in this bin.
Took me to.
Oh, okay. You may be the last person that saw him because he would have then gone up there that night potentially?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Notably, Alan's demeanor shifts once again. With a second officer on scene, he becomes more composed and careful with how he answers questions. Despite this noticeable shift, Alan provides deputies with something useful, a location where Patrick might be. The place he mentions is a remote area about 20 miles out, near the so-called River of No Return. Naturally, it's somewhere deputies need to check, but before heading out there, they decide to take a quick look around the motorhome Alan pointed to earlier. A small decision that will give police something useful to work with later on.
The mobile home seems inoperable.
The doors are ratchet strapped closed. Looks like it's cut.
Are these your footprints?
No.
Maybe take a photo of those.
Footprints. I don't see a single footprint in this. I don't see it. Tell me if y'all could see a footprint. What are they talking about?
Yeah, that one looks open. That looks. I think it
Oh, they're
looks
pointing
cut.
at the locks.
If that is a deadbolt, but that's an additional.
I'm assuming Alan had to access it to put it in neutral. Technically, you could be looking at unlawful entry.
Clearly, the locks have been tampered with, consistent with Alan's explanation that he moved the motorhome himself. It's a small detail, but one that could give officers grounds to detain him later on, depending on how this unfolds. But without a warrant, officers can't
That's why you don't sit there and do these people job for them. You're sitting there paying them with your tax dollars, and then they come and investigate you, and you do their job for them. So you're paying them and doing their job. Imagine that.
Inside the motorhome, so they step back, leave the scene, and head towards Big Hill, where Patrick might be. At this stage, there is still no confirmed crime. Alan has been forthcoming, and nothing directly points to anything serious just yet. But by the end of this night, police will have more than one suspect on their hands, and what might be the worst crime this town will ever see. But before we get to that, it's important to note that cases like these can affect the mental health of both the officers and the innocent people involved, and stressful situations in everyone's life can often have the same effect. I hit a point where trying to move on wasn't working.
Nice
I didn't really
segue
have anyone I could talk
into
to
the,
without feeling
into
like
the
I was
ad,
a burden
into
or
the
worrying about how they'd
sponsor.
react or what they'd think. And that's when I
Mental-
realized
mental
having
health is
someone
serious.
completely outside your life who can give you a Roughly 2 hours later, deputies arrive at Big Hill where Patrick was known to frequent for cutting firewood. On the ground, deputies notice tire marks and begin following them, and as they continue along the trail, they spot something.
Those tire marks is clear as day. Look at them. Tire marks going straight out. Tire marks going straight out. Oh, man.
The distance. A
Will it
red
lead
pickup
to
truck
anything?
matching the description of Patrick's vehicle with a damaged windshield.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I believe so. Hey, Pat! Pat!
I gotta say, it looks amazing. Like the mountains in the background.
Can you hear us?
Sun
Dog's
just
in the
falling behind the mountains. Yo, that's
Alive?
What was the dog's name?
that's it.
Ryder.
Ryder, buddy. Ryder.
Is it awake?
No, it's not moving.
Dog's been in here a while. He's messed himself. Oh, he's moving. It's definitely a he, by the way. Hi, baby.
Aw.
Here, okay. We're gonna get you some water, okay?
Bro killed him and left the pug, and the pug's so loyal, he don't know where he at. He's sitting there waiting for him. That's sad.
Where'd he go? Where did he go?
Miraculously, Patrick's dog Ryder is still alive after 2 full days, but he's severely dehydrated. As deputies pull Ryder from the vehicle and give him water, they notice something else. Patrick's chainsaw is missing from the truck, suggesting he might still be somewhere nearby. And while they discuss their next steps,
Maybe.
Ryder suddenly begins reacting to something in the air. Dogs like Ryder have a sense of smell up to 100,000 times more powerful than humans.
100,000 times is crazy. They could smell 100,000 times more than us. So when we smell the dead bodies or whatever, dead flesh got a particular smell. When you ride past or walk past a dead rat or roadkill, you smell that. Dogs smell that 1,000,
comparable even to
100,000
trained
times
police
more.
canine units. Without realizing it, officers have stumbled onto their strongest lead yet,
Ooh.
and Ryder might guide them directly towards the answer they're looking for.
Ryder, that's what I'm talking
Poor buddy.
What's up? No.
So that makes me think he could be down lower if he would, because his chainsaw's not here.
Yeah.
He always has his
go down for a
chainsaw.
walk?
I'm thinking so.
I'll go with you. I kind of want to walk down there and see if
And at this moment, the police feel like, okay, we got to leave. We might could save him. We found him, possibly. And then just to come to realize that he's been dead, was killed by the man you've been talking to the whole time. That gotta mess with your mind. It's low key messing with mine.
behavior still points that way.
Right. Let's walk him.
Come on. Dude, you gotta give me a break.
Ryder's gonna find Pat. Ryder's gonna
We can't
find
go
his
down there.
owner for sure.
That is a completely down. There is no angle to that. I'm arguing with a dog.
As luck would have it, the dog picks up a scent, but can't pinpoint a specific location. The reason for that is something officers haven't realized yet, because there is no single place where Patrick might be. He's already been dead for 2 nights, dismembered with his own chainsaw, and scattered across the very mountains deputies are now searching. Some of his remains are already floating down the river of no return.
Being dismembered by your own chainsaw is worse than getting shot with your own gun. That's crazy. Like, how'd you even let this 70-year-old, he was kind of big, I ain't gonna lie. How'd you let this 70-year-old man get the one up on you? I don't trust nobody.
Just 20 miles from where they're
They
standing.
gonna get one up on me.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether
None of this is apparent to deputies yet, so they decide to take a closer look at Patrick's pickup truck for any additional clues. What they notice inside is very sketchy. Dark red staining across the interior, heavily soaked towels on the driver's seat, items marked with blood, and a discarded mail letter with the name Alan Bruce on it. Something violent happened here, and the more deputies think about it, the more
Alan got his mail in this dude's car with all the blood and everything. So everything's literally pointing to Alan.
obvious what happened to Patrick becomes. So before the evening ends, they secure the scene and return to town where they talk to other acquaintances of Patrick who
Hilarious.
collectively make one thing crystal clear. Alan had an ongoing feud with Patrick. He recently moved his motorhome using heavy equipment and damaged it in the process.
Yeah, I was
And
saying
he's
the vehicle looks undrivable. The Patrick's mobile home looked undrivable. It looked like the headlights were busted out, like not even legal. Like he's gonna get pulled over for sure.
only person anyone can think of who might want to hurt Patrick. With that in mind, investigators formally identify Alan Bruce as the primary suspect in Patrick Shelton's disappearance. But the reality and discoveries awaiting investigators in the coming hours are anything but straightforward, as they'll soon find themselves investigating more than one suspect. For the time being, though, search warrants are requested for both properties, and Idaho State Police are called in, bringing in a team of experienced detectives. However, as the multi-agency effort is underway, someone in town is simultaneously running their own homicide cover-up operation.
Alan.
As night falls, Alan moves quietly,
Of course.
continuing to dump body parts and evidence in the river, and burning anything that could tie him to what he's done. At the same time, police's search and rescue units are mobilized, preparing to comb through the surrounding terrain for any sign of Patrick. Around midnight, Deputy Mike is sent to patrol near Patrick's truck, monitoring the area in case anything changes. A few hours into his shift, something does.
Alan coming out of the woods.
Who are you?
Caught red-handed. What do you think he has to say? He just, mind you, he just got finished dumping parts of Patrick's body. He think everything's sweet. Cops pull up, waiting for him. He walks out, sees him. He clearly sees him from a mile away. The lights are on. Walks out, sees him, and gets approached. What do you think this 70-year-old man is about to say? Mind you, he's got his anxiety's running high.
Stop right there. Just go ahead and stop right there.
He put his hands up. That's when
What are
you
you
know
coming
they
out here
fucked.
for?
That guy there, Patrick Shelton, that's his stuff. I kind of looking after a little bit.
Okay.
Car down here, and I tried to come down here and investigate, see if someone was ripping him off.
Okay.
I didn't know it was you guys.
Okay, well, I turned my lights on, and you still were shining your light at me.
Yeah, you had your lights on me. I couldn't see where I was going.
Okay, I'm saying I turned my red and blue lights on.
Yeah.
And you were still spotlighting me, and then I instructed you to turn it off.
I don't like lights in my eyes about as much as you don't. You know, you had yours and mine, so I guess we're even.
No, it's not even.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're just
He
keeping
said,
an eye
I guess
on...
we're even.
Patrick Shelton.
Okay.
Got a little thieving problem going on down here, and I just want to make sure you weren't snack eyes.
You having a little what problem?
Thieving.
What? Thievery.
Thieving.
Okay.
Thievery.
About that. He'll tell you.
Okay. All right. So you're just trying to keep an eye on stuff then.
Yeah, make sure nobody's ripping shit off down here.
Okay.
So, excuse me for if I got you excited.
All right. 270, 240. We can calm down. I'm code 4.
Out here, in complete darkness, Alan Bruce suddenly appears. Nothing about this encounter adds up, because at this point...
Yeah, why wouldn't they... If it was an innocent black man, they would have detained him, put him in cuffs. Why not, bro? Everything's pointing to him. He's acting super fishy, super weird. Go detain this man, bro.
Alan isn't just the last person to see Patrick alive. He's been in a dispute with him, moved his motorhome after he disappeared, and now he's out here in the middle of the night claiming he's checking on Patrick's property and protecting it from theft. In reality, he came here to finish what he started, to destroy evidence he didn't have time to deal with earlier when deputies interrupted him. Worse yet, just minutes ago, he was at the River of No Return a couple miles away, disposing of what was left of Patrick. Deputy Mike doesn't know any of this yet, but this creepy encounter makes it clear that Alan knows something police don't. Unfortunately for him, this is where things begin to crumble, because coming back here tonight is the mistake
His boots all
that's
wet
about to
and
collapse
everything.
his entire cover-up operation. In the early hours of the following morning, investigators used the overnight developments and the encounter with Alan to accelerate the approval of search warrants. With everything they've seen so far, it's clear Alan knows something they don't, and they need to find out what that is. To do that, they put a plan in motion. First, get Alan off the property, search it, and if any hard evidence is found, bring him back and confront him with it. So while detectives get the search warrants approved, one deputy is sent to Alan's property with a simple objective: get Alan into the car and keep him away from the property to avoid destruction of any evidence. Alan, on the other hand, believes he's already taken care of all the incriminating evidence and that there's nothing left to find. When Deputy Kelly arrives at the lot, Alan has no clue how quickly his entire cover-up plot will come crashing down on him.
That little piggy booked the villa.
Sounds like it's about to hit the fan. It is about to hit the fan.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor?
Yeah.
You've got to try Otter.
Okay.
Here's how it works.
Hey, Alan. How's it going? Hopefully your day's a little better than when I last ran into you. You said everything was, well, your truck's still broken down, I guess, so maybe that's not the case. Doing all right? You just hop in the front there.
He's running, he's scurrying, seems like he's out of breath.
Yeah, he's still got stuff on your property too to get off too, huh? So, I mean, y'all were getting along for a while there, but then, what happened there even? He just started accusing you of stuff, or?
Yeah. And there's nothing I could say to convince him that it wasn't.
Well, I appreciate you being
So you
available
kill
to just chat with them a bit more. They're the professionals. They've got questions I probably didn't ask you.
Even as the deputy tries to subtly probe for more information, nothing useful comes out of it, and Alan sticks to his story. Interestingly, though, Alan appears noticeably more relaxed, likely because he's confident that there's no way police can tie him to a crime. Roughly 30 minutes later, deputies and detectives arrive at the property.
With
While
the
Alan
warrant.
waits inside his car, the discovery of the evidence he failed to cover up starts with Patrick's motorhome.
You could see blood on the damn door. They got the guns drawn like somebody's in there.
Sheriff's office. Make yourself known.
That mobile home is filthy.
Got a gun case?
Empty. You could tell by how light that motherfucker was.
Patrick's empty gun box is consistent with earlier statements that he always keeps a firearm with him. The problem is, that gun is nowhere to be found in the motorhome, and it was never found in his pickup truck the previous day. With Patrick's motorhome cleared,
So
officers
where
move over
is
to Alan's
Patrick's
property.
gun?
Alan owns multiple structures and vehicles on the lot, and after clearing a few of them, deputies find no obvious signs of a crime. It seems like Alan's cover-up operation is successful so far, but that begins to change as deputies notice something unusual lingering across parts of the property.
Already did. Cool.
Something stinks.
Oh, it stinks bad.
Just kind of pull that one down.
So we're just gonna hold on this trailer till we can get keys. If he won't give us keys, then we'll go from there. But we need to hold on this until we get that.
Probably in that freshly moved.
Do we want to call out the cadaver dog?
Let's go ahead and do it while we're here. We've got it cleared. It might be the best way to get something to hold him.
As the search continues, deputies can smell an odor of burnt meat across parts of the lot, but no clear
Burnt
source.
meat.
After checking around the structures again and searching the open areas, they can't find anything. So, to pinpoint the source, deputies call in a cadaver dog trained to detect human remains. And a few minutes later, police canine Spy arrives on scene.
Spy.
After running the dog
Aye,
across
Spy.
the property, Spy begins alerting to the presence of something inside a set of barrels.
I'm rolling.
And Sky took him straight over to... Sky did his job. Sky took him straight over to where the body was burned. Yeah, over here. Tail pointed that way. Yeah, you know it. Cadaver dog. That's crazy. Didn't waste no time.
Cleaned out.
Yeah. It's blood.
Okay, so it's not looking, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we got our window.
That's his
Gonna burn.
window. He done put Patrick's window in his burn thing on his property. Why would he do that? This man.
Latex gloves, windows.
And doggy treats.
I'm gonna get a backed up picture.
Okay, yeah.
Inside the barrel, officers begin to...
Bro, this can't be the real picture of what the hell. He got the doggy treats on the top. And he don't got a dog. What else is in there though? I just see cans. I don't know what that is. You could see kind of the window. He broke this man's window and put it in his thing on his property. This dude's
cover what Alan tried to hide. Broken window glass of a car consistent with a bullet impact, latex gloves, and traces of blood on the filter of a vacuum cleaner. After searching other barrels, officers find night vision binoculars, Patrick's baseball cap marked with blood, and most concerning of all, bone fragments and suspected human remains on multiple pieces of clothing.
They got him. They got everything they needed. Now, if the officer would have just checked earlier, they would have been had him. But that's crazy. The cadaver dog sent them straight to it. Bones, burnt flesh. They got the window with a bullet hole in it. So he shot and killed the dude. The doggy treats. He don't even got a dog. This dude, the vacuum with the blood in it. Patrick's bloody hat. This is all on your property, bro.
Items are recovered as well, including ammunition and magazines.
That search
but
warrant
no
gonna do it
firearms,
every time.
suggesting the weapons may have been moved or hidden somewhere else. Among the findings, detectives note the missing firearms, the lack of any intact remains, and the speed at which the scene appears to have been cleaned, something particularly peculiar, leading them to consider that Alan may not have acted alone. After these discoveries, Alan's property is officially treated as a crime scene. The area is secured and forensic examiners are called in to process the evidence. Detectives now have the hard evidence they need to confront Alan, but while they prepare to do so, an unexpected development happens when Alan's younger brother Larry suddenly shows up at the scene.
Oh my God. They sitting there talking about help. Somebody helping Alan. And then all of a sudden, Alan's brother pulls up. Larry. Has Larry been helping Alan discard and dismember the body? So wait. Was he shot with his own gun and dismembered with his own chainsaw? That's crazy.
Hours earlier, police received an oddly timed phone call from him, claiming that if anything happened to Patrick, it was his own fault. Not only that, Larry made additional statements about Patrick that led detectives to question whether they might be dealing with a second suspect.
Superior. Is worth.
This man sitting there saying if something happened to Alan, it's Alan's fault.
I'm Willow Avalon, and I'm so excited to share the collection that I co-designed with Etsy sellers.
No regard for human life.
He's been stealing shit of my brothers, and Pat, he said Pat's threatened him and waved a big ass gun at him. Somebody else said that he's a straight up.
Now this is all information that the brother is giving freely. You're making it worse for yourself and your brother. You're giving them all the reason for motive. This is clear motive. He's waved a gun at your brother. He's stolen a bunch of your brother's stuff. They're always arguing.
Shelton's an opportunist. He's going to take advantage of anything that he can, if he thinks he can get away with it.
Right. Okay, so he was kind of concerned Pat might.
Now, also, mind you, at this time, Pat's dead. And his brother and Alan probably know about it. And he's talking about him like this. This is a scary world we live in.
Use a gun or something.
This is a scary world we live in.
Right.
On the call, Larry made it clear that Patrick was the aggressor and the one who had been threatening Alan, leading investigators to suspect he might know more than what he shared on the phone.
Definitely
so
knows
naturally,
more.
their suspicions rise when he arrives at the search warrant scene unannounced. Once detectives begin speaking with him, Larry seems confident he can prove that Patrick was the problem.
Howdy.
How's it going? And you are?
I'm Alan's brother.
He's convinced himself that he can talk himself out of it. He convinced himself he could talk his self and his brother out of this situation that they're in. And that's never gonna work. Because anything you say not only can and will be used against you in the court of law. These people is not playing, bro. These people are not playing, bro.
Okay, I'm Sergeant Tuttle with the State Police. So obviously your brother got himself in a lot of trouble.
That's what it sounds like.
It's starting to rain. You want to go in the trailer? We can go sit in the trailer where we're not getting rained on. You said that Shelton, is that the guy's name?
Patrick Shelton, yeah.
Okay. And he was threatening your brother, right?
Right.
And so is that something your brother told you, or do you have other knowledge of that?
That's something my brother told me. My brother said, hey, he pulled a pistol and waved it in my face and threatened me.
And how long ago did your brother tell you that? About a week?
That was probably about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
If somebody was waving a gun at me, I'd probably be, wanting to have something to defend myself too,
Right.
But, my brother had been asking Shelton to move for months.
Okay.
And Shelton was like, well, f*** you, basically. So my brother took the little road grader, the little dozer, and pulled his stuff and put it out here on the other side of the fence.
Stuff. Is this something your brother told you, or is this something you saw?
As far as moving the stuff? Yeah, I came by the day that he was moving stuff on the way home. What I'd done though, when my brother had moved the stuff just to try to get the pressure off of my brother, I text Shelton and I told him, hey, I moved your crap off of my brother's lot. So then he texted me back when he got to town going, I got a beef with you. I mean, Shelton's a drunk and a dope fiend. Okay, so...
He's talking... First off, he's talking way too much. He's involving himself at this point. The man's dead, and he probably knows that. And you calling him a drunk and a dope fiend. You sitting there telling these people, yeah, if he comes waving a gun around in my face, I'd probably be wanting to get something to defend myself. Two, implying that your brother got something to defend himself. Bro, what are we doing? This man probably whole time sitting there thinking he's helping his brother.
Yeah, they got it. They understand. They're on my scene. They're on my side.
No, bruh. They are building a case. They're building a case. Now they're gonna start building a case on you. That's what they're doing right here in front of us.
So when you're up, not getting your junk off
copy
my
was given to me, that
lot,
needs to go
that
in there.
was off Alan's
Oh, you
lot.
did?
That was May 3rd.
Okay.
He goes, I'm broke down, trying to get a ride.
Then you said, never mind, I moved it before.
Now they redacted his face, like they blocked it out. So I'm assuming that he didn't have anything to do with it. Because if he did, then they showing it for sure.
You give Alan back whatever you took it as.
Yeah, he goes, who is this? Alan's brought the beef to me anyway.
I know somebody said it.
Have any of his? Well, Alan kept showing me pictures of stuff that was missing, you know, where it was and missing, and Patrick was like one of the only people in here. So, Archie, I have a beef with you too.
Okay.
But bring your beef. We know who you are, drug addict. Just remember, you me with all of us. And I'd taken pictures from the sheriff office parking lot, thinking that, well, maybe he'd think I'm a sheriff, and maybe he'd pack his, you know, or leave Alan alone and get the fuck out of town, you know. So I put, with me, with all of us, you'll lose. Best thing for you to do is pack up and leave Custer County and don't come back.
Alan's brother goes on to pull up additional messages
told
between him and
him
Patrick.
to
The
leave
messages
the
he
county and
shares
don't
show
come
the
back.
feud escalating over time, primarily over Patrick refusing to move his property off the land and accusations that he'd been stealing from Alan. As detectives read through them, it becomes clear that Alan's brother wasn't just aware of the conflict, he was involved in it at some point. This
So
only
he
adds
was
to investigators'
involved.
suspicions. So instead of continuing to circle around it, the detective says exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah, it's.
And no sign of Shelton, though, huh? Find a
There's-
body or anything, or?
There's signs of Shelton, just not living signs of Shelton. One of the things I'm trying to wrap my head around is, I'm like, how did he do that by himself? He's not a very big guy. Like, how would he move things around without somebody helping him? Like, if he, let's just say that if he shot Shelton and took him somewhere and dumped his body, who would he call to help him?
I have no fucking clue. I mean, he wouldn't call me.
Right. That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. Does he have good friends that?
I don't know. I don't know what he's capable of. You know, I mean,
Right.
I don't know anybody that would help him move something, you know, help him commit a crime,
Right.
you know. I mean, my wife would shoot me if I helped him,
Yeah,
you know.
on God.
How long you been married?
Let's not even talk about that. Keep us on a straight and narrow path. I'm telling you, you get the right one. Have your ass goddamn ready to live for something, ready to come back home tomorrow, ready to not throw your life away on unfiltered emotion. Talk about it.
Since 2016.
Yeah, she murdered you.
9 years. Last night, she's like going, well, this and that, you know, and what if it was Alan? What if he comes and kills us in our sleep, you know? I was like, you know, because, I mean, she was watching that Criminal Minds for a long time, you know, after she retired from the DA, you know, it's like.
Hey, and we probably, all our ladies probably sit here and watch Criminal Minds, Snapped, Murdered After Dark type shit, you know what I'm saying? But they be interesting. Like, even this right here got me on the edge of my seat. Like, did he help Alan? Did Alan kill? Well, Alan definitely smoked him, but like, Yo, on the edge of my seat.
Serial killers, you know.
Tell her, babe, it's Custer County. You know, don't worry about serial killers. When it's all said and done, everybody will know everything.
You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose.
You can pick your nose.
But you can't pick your family.
On that interesting remark, Larry shifts from defending his brother to no longer being certain, and begins to see things the way investigators do. With nothing else to add, police wrap up the interview with Larry, still uncertain of his involvement. Now they can finally turn their attention.
This nigga Larry was no help at all. He made things 10 times worse and wasn't even involved, bro. What are you coming over here talking to these folks for? And you bashing me type shit, like trying to make it seem like I really smoked this nigga. You my brother, bro. Even if I did smoke this nigga, which I'm not justifying at all, but don't go just saying shit, man. Like, you making me look bad. I gotta fight this now. I gotta fight. I got myself in a situation, and I gotta fight this now, bruh.
To Alan, who's still sitting in the car, completely unaware of what's just been uncovered on his lot. At this point, investigators have enough to place Alan under arrest and pursue homicide charges. The problem is, they don't have a body, and they don't have a confession, both of which are critical in building a solid case, especially when it comes to proving exactly what happened and how. But with the evidence discovered on his property, this is their best chance to confront Alan directly and push for a confession. The stakes are extremely high. If Alan plays his cards right, a skilled defense attorney can create just enough reasonable doubt to get him out of this scot-free.
What
makes a good day great?
They said a skilled attorney
it's the little things.
can get him out of this if he just shuts up. So they're making a gamble right here for everything. But damn, how much is that attorney gonna cost? Like, what? I'm pretty sure we all know somebody who could use that attorney. Look, they sitting in there right now, just praying, reading the Bible over and over.
Property that have bone fragments, and the only thing that dog is trained to hit on is dead humans. You know, there was only 2 people here that night, you and him, right? There's nobody else that I can talk to. Can't find him. And if you didn't do it and somebody else did, can you point me in the right direction?
I can't do that. I don't know anybody else is out here.
No, that's like I said, I don't either.
Even after hearing this, Alan continues his denial. But this is exactly why investigators brought him back to the property.
Yeah, because what are you going to say? All right, you caught me. I did it. Take me to jail for the rest of my life, the rest of my 70-year-old life.
A strategy known as crime scene exposure. Experienced detectives use this technique to confront suspects with something directly tied to the crime, like the scene itself or key pieces of evidence. This creates psychological pressure, making it harder to maintain a lie, and often triggering unexpected reactions or slips in their story.
Because
so
the anxiety
investigators take
be so
Alan out
high.
of the car and bring him back to the center of the lot, back to the very place where everything likely happened, to see if he will finally break.
Well, we want to be able to tell the prosecutor you helped us every which way you could.
I can protect my case and go to prison for the rest of my life. What?
I don't know. I can't tell you what the prosecutor.
I gotta go through the jury trial now.
You don't have to go through nothing right now. Yeah. So the way it works here is he doesn't feel like we should let
He's
you
breathing
stay
a
free,
little heavy.
right? So we're still going to continue to investigate this case with your help or without your help. We're still going to dig through.
Yeah. But there's still some things that like concern me, like, and I don't know if you were asking about like who drove the truck up in the mountains.
Nobody drove it. I towed it up there.
Oh, you towed it up there?
Yeah.
Okay. With
He
which
told it.
vehicle?
Oh my God.
Okay.
The tow barn towed it up there.
Oh, okay. What'd you do with the dog?
Left it in the truck.
Officers, am I being charged with anything? I would like to speak with my attorney. I'm not saying I'd like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right, speak with my attorney. Boom, done. You're good. You're good.
I was in dispatcher, but I figured, nah, just leave the truck open. Maybe we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, dog didn't do nothing.
I didn't want to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so just, I mean, we're in a rock and a hard place right now, right? It's where we've been all day. It's where we're going to continue to be until we can completely wrap this up and figure out what the hell actually happened.
Well, before you take it, yeah, I'd like to lock on this up.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we're not going to leave this
Yeah, we
unsecured.
won't leave it like that,
I mean,
man.
we'll
lock it all up and bring you the keys.
Close the gate. Whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't call. I'm in trouble.
Well, that's part of it, but you also destroyed some evidence.
He's talking about.
What did you?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
Alan. Dude, come on. Did you burn a body? Come on.
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't tell anybody. So, like, look at it
He
from,
said, "Yeah, I
from our
did."
point of view. You know, we do the right thing for Patrick's family. You know what I mean? We got to try to find that body. You know, we got to do the right thing for his family.
There is no body found. He was reduced down to nothing. Nothing.
Did you chop him up?
No, I threw him in a burn barrel with a bunch of wood underneath him. Yeah, I chopped him up. I took a chainsaw to him.
Okay, where's the chainsaw?
He
It's
said,
gone.
he said, fuck it. You know what? I chopped him up. There's nothing to find because his body's been reduced down to ashes. Anything else you want to know? Oh my God. It worked.
Did you throw it in the river?
I got rid of it. Believe me, I burned it.
You burned the chainsaw?
Yeah.
Is it in the barrel? And I've never
No.
chainsawed a body, but I think there would be
Now,
like blood
real
and
quick. I know it's about over. I keep pausing, but it's my channel. But you know, everybody is the same. Humans are the same. I'm not gonna say everybody is the same because this nigga clearly told. But when you have guilt that's building up and you just want to be like, bruh, fuck it, I'm done, like, blah, blah, blah. Judge me how you're gonna judge me, right? That's a crazy feeling to be in, where you just give it. The whole time he was like, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. And now he's like, fuck it. At the very end, when he was about to get away, the guilt got to him.
and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it was ugly.
And so, like, where's that at? How did you clean that up?
Took a shovel and rake, ripped up everything I could, walked it down with a hose and put Clorox on it.
And the chainsaw's where?
Keep the burn barrel, burned it last day.
He burnt everything.
A gift
He
that does
put
it all.
bleach on everything.
We
but
can
arrange that. Introducing the Long Ball Jackpot
But he
by Banana
didn't
Sportsbook. Pick the longest home run of the day.
clean
Your
up none
shot
of the
at a share of
blood
daily $50,000
that he
cash
vacuumed.
jackpot.
He didn't
Alan
burn the
fight-
vehicle. He left the dog there. Like, he's so sloppy in his move. Not to say I'm a professional killer and I know that, but I watch a lot of this stuff and, like, bruh, to burn some of the evidence but not burn it all is like, what are we doing here?
Cracks, admitting that he shot Patrick, dismembered him, and burned the body before disposing of the remains. With a confession now on record, investigators turn their attention to a critical question. Did Alan act alone, or is there something even darker he's still hiding? But before detectives can press further, Alan makes a surprising claim.
He came up with that pistol, was gonna do me.
And we're not arguing. We're not arguing that point. We're just trying to figure out like what you did with
We
the
just
body,
want
how
to
you
get
did
the
it,
arrest.
and where it's at. If there's anything
You
left.
can go through all that in
Not
the
much.
jury and the
Did you have any help with it?
That's just where you shoot, shut up, and shovel.
Yo, this old man ain't playing. I'm ready. I was just ready to shoot, shut up, and shovel. Shoot, shut up, and shovel. He knew this ain't his first time. I'll tell you that. This is not his first time smoking somebody, bro.
Do you see our point? I mean, what we're trying to do at all, Alan?
I tried to hide it and get away with it.
Yeah. And like I said, we're just trying to, get some closure for his family and present the picture so that everybody understands why you did what you did.
Said you better pull the trigger. Mother things coming up with the gun. At that point, it was me or him, but
So it sounds like Alan pulled the piece on him first, right? And then Patrick was like, he probably didn't even have his hands up. He was probably like, you better pull that trigger, and started reaching for his gun. You better pull that trigger. And Alan ass was just like, bah! That's what it sounds like.
Despite Alan's claims that he killed Patrick in self-defense, it hardly explains the brutality and concealment
But we don't know
that
how.
followed.
Yeah. Wait. Let me retract that because we don't know if that's even the truth. This nigga been lying all week.
Alan is arrested and charged with first-degree murder along with multiple additional charges. Later that day, dive teams and officers are sent to the river area where Alan claimed he dumped the remains. But despite extensive search efforts, nothing of evidentiary value is recovered. In the days that follow, police obtain a warrant to search Alan's phone, where they find the most critical evidence in the case. On Alan's phone, detectives find a hostile exchange from
There's even more evidence.
7th, where Patrick texts Alan, "You will be seeing me soon. Make your peace." And Alan responds, "Never be at my place after dark or else." But it's...
Wait. So Patrick threatened Alan?
Camera roll where they find what they had been unable to locate for days. A photo of Patrick, dead inside the cab of his truck with his silver pistol next to him. The photo was taken at 6:25 a.m. on May 8th. When asked...
Yo, this dude just smoked him and took a picture of him right next to his pistol. He was probably thinking like, I don't know what he was thinking. But all I could come up with is that he was probably thinking, let me take this picture and show the police so like I could defend myself like he came at me.
But Alan claims he took the photo as proof, in case he ever needed it. A couple months later, in July 2025, police receive a call from fishermen reporting a burn barrel floating in a different area of the Salmon River. Officers and divers recover the barrel and transport it for forensic examination, but no human remains or items linked to Patrick are found inside, likely because everything had already been destroyed or lost in the River of No Return. As for the missing firearms, investigators later uncover both the rifle and Patrick's silver pistol at the residence of an associate of Alan. The man claims Alan brought the weapons to him, asking him to sell them, and with no evidence tying his associates or his brother to the homicide or the cover-up, investigators determined that Alan acted alone. In October 2025, Alan's initial charges were reduced to second-degree murder and...
Hey, that tell you right there. If somebody come to you with some guns saying sell these, they probably just killed somebody with those guns. So if you don't get a gun out of the store illegally, don't do it. You're just gonna ruin your life.
Of evidence after Alan entered an Alford plea, meaning he maintains his innocence while acknowledging that prosecutors have enough evidence to convict him. In November 2025, a judge denies Alan's last-minute attempt to withdraw the plea and sentences him to 20 years in prison. He must serve at least 10 years before becoming eligible for parole, meaning he will get a chance to walk free in his 80s. But given the severity of the crime, there is a very real possibility he never leaves prison at all.
Hey, that one was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That one was a mind bender for sure. Have me on the edge of my seat. That boy Allen, bad man. He crazy. That old man crazy. His brother's a softy, family man, and Patrick seemed to be, I would say, fearless in my eyes. Like, you got somebody pointing a gun at you, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what Patrick was because he's dead now, and that's a sticky situation. I just pray none of you guys end up in that situation. I don't end up in the situation. None of my friends and family or loved one end up in a situation like this, because I feel like it could have easily been avoided. You know what I'm saying? They're tripping over little disputes of him taking things and him damaging property. None of this has real value for life. Like you ain't killed nobody. You didn't hurt none of my young ones. You didn't torture nobody. Like, we have to practice our emotional and spiritual fitness. That way we could steer clear of situations like these by thinking with a level head and understanding what comes next after. Because a lot of times when we're in the moment, we get hot-headed. We don't think, we act rash, and we move off instinct. And we're humans at the end of the day. We came from our ancestors, the ones who had to hunt for their food and cut for their clothes and build for their shelter. Like, it's in us. So that was a good one. Pretty long one. Thanks for sitting in with me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help push me through that algorithm. And we out of here, YouTube.